Happy Wednesday. It is May 20th, 2020. Lots of 20s today. Brian Scarborough here with Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy to be with you here today. It is Gemini season. Happy birthday to all the Geminis coming up for the next 30 days. Boom, 0 degree Gemini. So, man, talk about full force Gemini energy. It's a lot, and it's like a special time. And this 0 degrees of Gemini is the Palladian star constellation. So coming through the Seven Sisters, and it's very benevolent, and there's a lot of light here. Like there's a lot of light, and I think a lot of people who are in light worker communities and just doing like the light work, and even if you don't like follow that kind of stuff, like if you're in high spirit and high vibration and you're projecting that out to everybody else, I mean, that is the work, and you don't have to label it, anything. It's a way of being, and it's a way of it's just a consciousness, right? It's that you are conscious and understand that we're all one, and there's no reason to judge anybody for anything, because it's just another aspect of yourself living another life. And we can get caught up in the right and the wrongs all day, and there is right and wrong on this physical plane, but that doesn't mean we have to judge for it. And I pray no wrongdoing happens to you, but if it does, on a deeper level, your soul needed to experience that, and take that for what it is. Man, Gemini. We are a day away from the exact trine over to Saturn. Thursday. I mean, this week is insane. This week is really like another like portal into another dimension almost. It's really, really, in my mind, related to this like 5D, 3D split. And I was just talking to you about the consciousness, and like it's just, there's so much to say that, some people are going to start looking at humanity as a whole, and looking for new ways to move forward with love and finding beauty in everything. And that was what Taurus just set us up for, was finding that beauty in everything. So, we've gone through so much change with Capricorn, with Pluto and Jupiter and Saturn, and the South Node's been there, and now the South Node's gone, so it's just this full Capricorn energy with no illusion. And it's like, was that like, were we in this weird dream for a little bit, that like that was the way everything had to be a certain way? Or is there just multiple many different ways to be? And that's Gemini that's really asking these questions of like all these ways to be. And this is the first time that we've had all this going on here with the North Node here since, what was it, it was 2002. So, it's been 18 years since we've had the Sun and Venus and Mercury and Gemini. With that, that's our destiny right now, is to figure out and to see all the different angles. We have to see both sides to things. We cannot be so singular in our approach to things. And we want to be curious, so we want to see both sides, because Gemini is just, it's mutable air, mutable intellect, it's changing. It's just multiple things coming. You're spitting out, you're receiving, and you just have to take what resonates with you and leave the rest. You don't have to take it all. So that's like the big lesson right now, is we get caught up in other people's stuff so much that we put it on ourselves, and it's not ours. Like, that doesn't mean that they're wrong or you're right. It's just, you got to take what's right for you at the point you're at in your soul's journey, and that's going to be different for everybody. What's really interesting is that Venus and Mercury are coming into their conjunction, and Mercury's ripping, like it's slowing down just a little bit. He was going 2 degrees a day, and now Hermes is going about like 1 degree 40 minutes, which is still ripping. So we're spinning like a top. We're already figuring everything out, and now with the sun joining with our soul on this earth, like the collective soul is, we're gonna start hearing some crazy shit. Like people are gonna start spouting off things left and right. We're gonna hear it in the news. There's gonna be so much everywhere we look, and it's just a matter of accepting that people are gonna say what they're gonna say, right? Like people are gonna have their opinions, and people in charge are gonna try and put things on you, and you just have to do what's right for you and what's right for other people. Like I'm not by any means saying go out and protest and fight in the streets. Like no, like it's not a physical war like that. It's a mental war with yourself, and that's where the battle is. So you have to be strong and understand that you control your reality right in front of you, and that's Gemini too. It's not Sagittarius. It's not the world. It's not everybody else. It's not this like ever expansive thing. It's your community, and it's you, and it's right in front of you, and that's what's important right now. Right now, everything else that's going on in the world is the illusion with the South Node. It's just like a trick, right? You don't want to follow that. Like you follow the South Node and it takes you to the wrong place. You got to follow the North Node, always. And the North Node's in Gemini, and it's saying focus on yourself and focus on the people around you and set yourself up in good positions at home and with the people close to you. Especially with this is a huge Venus retrograde. Like I don't think people understand, and I don't think I fully understood until recently either. Like this Venus retrograde is going to be like the Venus retrograde of 2012, which if you think back in time to where you were then and what was going on in your love life and your values and your money, like times that by 100 with the North Node here. Like it's crazy. It's a crazy time. And a lot of people are going through a lot of stuff, but we have to be strong and know that nothing's forever. Like we got to keep pushing forward and learning from this experience that we have. Our moon is over here, just conjuncted, probably as I'm filming this video, with Uranus, and it's in the dark moon phase, the balsamic phase of the moon. So we're closing out the last lunar cycle, and we're coming up on the new moon on Friday. And this new moon, I mean, dang. It's going to be at 2 degrees Gemini when it makes this new moon, and we're just going to get the full force of Gemini for like a whole lunar cycle. It's not like we're coming in 10 days into the sign. Like it's just boom, here we go, full force. And with Uranus here in Taurus, like who knows, like there's gonna be so many changes to our values, and like you got to listen to the stuff from up above. Like what do you really value? What's really in this physical world that makes sense? And it might feel like that's changing because emotionally Uranus can bring who knows what. Like Uranus can bring it all. It's the god of the sky, and are you going to listen to the god of the sky and whatever he tells you is important, or are you going to hold on to the little things in life? Like I got all these crystals and stuff, and it's like it's just a thing. Like sure, you can put intent into it and like they can make you feel good, but in the end it's really just a thing. And what's really important is all the stuff inside of you. So I think that's just what this is about, is like we got to value. We're coming into closure where we really have to find that value, that Taurus value of what like really is our self-worth and our self-value. And Taurus usually deals with the physical things and money, but that's important, don't get me wrong. But you're never going to manifest the money and the physical things you want if you're not fully manifesting what's right for yourself inside. That new moon's going to be crazy. That's like, man, Gemini, this week is insane. Like we gotta get everything right with ourselves, because things are about to heat up. Things are about to heat up all over the place, and you're going to see it all over in all sorts of different facets of the world. So get your love right with yourself. Get everything right with yourself, because that's what you're going to need to communicate with others and to get through this, because there's going There's going to be two sides. There's going to be this split. And you got to be willing to see the other side, or else you're just going to resent the other side. And that's not helping anybody. That's definitely not helping you, because then you're carrying someone else's baggage. And that's their fear, their trauma, you know, that they're putting on you. And there's just no reason for you to carry that with you. And then, yeah, we're going to get the full exact 2020. We're going to have 20 degree Venus, 20 degree Mercury making a square. And that's coming on Friday with the new moon, which is 0202. So it's going to be 02 degrees of the sun, 02 degrees of the moon, 2020, May 22nd, 2020. The number 2 is interesting because it's all about change. It's in astrology ruled by the moon. It's all about finding ourself and accepting that we're going to grow and change. There's nothing stagnant about life. Like, the moon's always going to bring the tides up, and the moon's always going to bring the tides down, and like both times are beautiful. So the ups and downs of life are beautiful, and we have to learn to accept that and grow from the times where things are down, and then build when things are up, and build ourselves up so the next time the tide go down, we're stronger. And there's, you know, Pisces, Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, and it's like the dream world, and it's deep and slippery, and dreams can be beautiful or they can be nightmares, right? Is your love life and your beauty and the way you communicate it, is it a nightmare or is it beautiful? And squares aren't, you know, they are a challenge, but if you can find the beauty in it, like, you beat the square and then you get rewarded for that, and like beauty comes to you and you get all the messages from the highest of realms, and you get all that divine love. So, I mean, really, that's the lesson for today, is just to accept the divine love and to see it in everybody. We're all love, we're all light. And there are a lot of changes coming in our world. And if you don't want to deal with that stuff, I don't know where I'm really trying to go with that. Deal with it your own way, but I just think that love's the cure for everything. And some people are not going to show love. Some people are going to show nothing but hate and frustration. And I just want you guys who are watching this video, because you care about astrology and you care about spirituality and you do live in love, to just stay strong, you know? Stay strong for yourself. Because, like I say after every video, I truly love you guys, every one of you who watches this video. And yeah, big changes are coming. Lots of energy. And it's heating up. Like, this weekend's coming. This new moon is going to be... It's beautiful, really. It's beautiful. And I love that the sun's in the Pleiades right now with the Seven Sisters. Like, there's so much light. There's so much light shining on everybody. And it's just a matter if you're willing to see that light and to embrace that light and be that light and shine it back out. You know, radiate your light for everybody else to see and step up. This is a time where people really have to step up and start, you know, if you do the light work inside, it's time to step up and express that to more people. And I'm not saying by any means shove anything down anybody's throat, but say it. And if it resonates with them, then you have a conversation. And if it doesn't, there's no reason to try and convince somebody of anything. They're either going to resonate and want to know more about it, or they're not ready yet, and you just have to accept and love them for their soul's journey. I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I always say, I truly love you guys. If you made it this far, subscribe, like, share, and I hope that you join me again tomorrow. I will be here, and I hope you have a great day. I love you all. Bye.